Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to our first bout of the evening. This is an elimination MMA bout scheduled for three 3-minute rounds in the super lightweight division. Introducing first out of the red corner, Juan Vargas.
Fight fans, welcome to the show. This is Army versus Marines 14 at the Budweiser Event Center. I am J.R. Gordon, joined by Marine Reservist Seth Turpin. Unfortunately, Mr. Turpin's fighter dropped out this evening, so bonus to us, we get to have him joining us in the broadcast booth. Welcome, Mr. Turpin.
Yes, sir. I'm very excited to be here.
Army versus Marines, the brainchild of Sparta CEO Jeff Cisneros. Grew up not always understanding why his father was the way that he was, and he was a Vietnam veteran, carried back some battle scars with him for that, and born of that relationship came the Army versus Marines show. So good chance for us to honor all of our veterans and let us know of their appreciation, and a deal of our proceeds will go into the Navy SEAL Foundation this evening. And here we go. Juan Vargas, our first fighter of the evening. This is his debut fight in Elimination 160-pound MMA. Elimination can be looked at like amateur. In Colorado, they call it Elimination. We'll have three 3-minute rounds in the Elimination division. You are not allowed to knee to the head of an opponent at any time. You are not allowed to use the point of the elbow as an attacking weapon. However, standing and ground and pound striking, you can strike with the forearm. So just got to make sure that you're not attacking with the point of the elbow. Referees take a real close look at that. On your screen, Oscar Martinez, one of our referees this evening, doing the pre-fight check, making sure he's not coming in with any nunchucks or throwing stars.
Now introducing our fighter from the blue corner, Vance Elliot.
Mr. Elliott comes to us with a 0-1 record. So looking to up his record to the 50-50 percentage. Huge crowd here at the Budweiser Event Center, and man, can you imagine what it's like for these guys as their debut fight to be, and their second fight to be able to come into such a big stage? I know you fought in front of some smaller crowds, Mr. Turpin. What would it be like stepping in front of the huge crowd?
Well, the nerves are definitely up right now. Both fighters look anxious. They look like they're ready to get to work. The crowd is live right now.
All right,
Super
checking
live.
out our tail of the tape here. Juan Vargas comes in at 30 years old against Mr. Elliott's 31 years of age. A little bit taller is Elliott, 6'1" versus the 5'8" Vargas. Of course, they both made weight, both very early in their careers. Vargas does not list the style, and Elliott does call himself a Muay Thai fighter. As we said, Elimination Division 3-minute rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our first bout of the evening, scheduled for 3-minute rounds of Elimination MMA in the super lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the Leathernecks, heating and cooling red corner. He is a mixed martial artist standing 5 foot 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 158.8 pounds. With Denver Modern Jiu-Jitsu out of Denver, Colorado, Juan Vargas! Fighting out of the Estrella Jalisco blue corner, he is a Muay Thai style fighter, standing 6 foot 1 inches tall. He weighed in at 161 pounds with V10 Misfit Muay Thai out of Denver, Colorado, Vance the Misfit Elliot!
All right, gentlemen, I gave you instructions earlier tonight. Let's have a clean, fair fight, protect yourself at all times, and obey my commands at all times. Any questions out of the red corner? Questions out of the blue corner? Gentlemen, touch gloves. Let's fight.
MMA action here to kick off Army versus Marines 14 at the Budweiser Event Center. Vargas has the red tape on his gloves, and Elliot wearing the blue tape on his gloves. Referee Tim Mills has the all-black gloves this evening. Touch of gloves, and it is punchy-kicky time. Very Muay Thai-inspired stance from Elliot. Nice trap of the kick, works it into a takedown, does Elliot. Has his opponent pinned up against the cage, but the knee block is in there. Good roll through by Elliot. Able to work it into a takedown. The head control off the bottom by Vargas is not a choking position yet, but he gets a nice sweep there. Up against the cage like this, Elliot has a good chance at pushing himself off, but instead he elects to go to full guard. When he closes his guard like that, that shows that he's just interested in holding his opponent in place, and once he opens the guard, then he looks for sweep submissions. Can hear the corner of Elliot. They're calling for a sweep. Good work by Vargas with his ground and pound. He's staying active enough that the referee's not thinking at all about standing him up. What the referee looks for in this position is he wants to see you either going for submissions, improving your position, or being effective with your striking. If none of that's happening, then they'll look at standing the fighters up. Elliot fairly solid with his defense. A lot of strikes being thrown, but he's able to keep a lot of them off of his head with his blocking and his arm positioning so far. But make no doubt about it, from what the judges are seeing, this is definitely favoring Vargas so far. Corner of Elliot calling for him to be more active off of his back. They want bumps, they want sweeps. But it's really good top pressure from Vargas. And those are a couple of the most damaging strikes of the fight so far by Vargas. Close enough to us that we can definitely hear the power in those shots. Vargas putting his all into it. 10-second clacker sounded. Looks like we're going to get treated to a second round. They're in a position where we can see the rib cage of Elliot, both sides actually quite reddened. So he took received a lot of strikes there. Seth, if you're in the corner of Elliot, what's your advice?
I'd probably be telling him to stay off the ground. Try to tune in on that Muay Thai more.
I agree. It seems as though Vargas had a pretty definitive advantage in the ground control aspect of the game, and once he ended up in the top position, he was able to keep there. It started out with Elliot, of course, getting the takedown and doing a little bit of work, but once it reversed, it was a really nice job by Vargas of keeping himself on top there. All right, seconds out. That's the corner man. That's what we mean when we say seconds out, is the corner men are the second person in there. So get them out of there, get that cage door locked, and Be back to these guys punching each other in the face. And almost immediately you can see Vargas looking like he's ready to shoot. You follow his eyes, he's coming forward with his hands up, but he's looking down like he wants to set up to shoot. And immediately going for the takedown and scoring with it is Vargas. Elliot trying to wrap him up from the bottom. Wants to control those arms, try to shut down some of the striking. And if you're in Elliot's corner, I think you're right. You're telling him, you know, if it ends up on the ground again, you got to get yourself back up to the striking where you can use that reach advantage. Can hear the corner of Vargas saying, just keep beating him up. They're happy with what's going on here. And that was exactly the move that Vargas's corner called for. Good job of the fighter early in his career being able to listen to his corner. Works his way into full mount here. It's a definite skill being able to hear your corner and follow their instructions. Big strikes coming down now for Vargas. And that's going to be it. Some of those are landing very, very solid on the jaw and the ear line of Elliot. Referee saw that he had received enough, wasn't going to get himself out of there. So congratulations. Mr. Juan Vargas goes home with a win in his fight debut. Keeps his, shall we say, undefeated record intact. Out of the Denver Modern Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu School. Sensei Don Westman in his corner, a very decorated champion in his own right. Definitely a good man to have in your corner.
Here we go, boys. Fighters up, fighters up.
All right, we'll take it up to Stewie, and he'll let us know the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Tim Mills called a stop to this fight 1 minute, 20 seconds into the second round, declaring your winner by TKO, Juan